Hi, I'm Jim Corbett, Director of Business Development with CaseMaker. This session will focus on the citator services that are available through CaseMaker. The two citators that we have that will be helpful to you are, the first one is called CaseCheck Plus, and that gives you the ability to validate or verify whether your case is still good law. And the second citator that we'll talk about is called CiteCheck. That gives you the ability to upload a brief or other legal document that contains legal citations, and our service will then parse out the legal citations from that document and run them through CaseCheck Plus and provide you with a report. It takes about 30 to 90 seconds. Provide you with a report that lists all the cases and indicates each one whether they are still good law or not. In an earlier session, we went online and saw some search results, and you may have noticed that there is occasionally a green thumbs up symbol or a red thumbs down. And those are the indicators that tell you whether that case is still good law vis-a-vis its subsequent history, or whether it has been challenged in some way. And that could be, it could be criticized, overruled, modified in any way. So whenever you see a thumbs down, red thumbs down, you know that that is a case that you have to definitely explore further before attempting to cite that case. So what I'll do now is go online and show you how these work and how you can open them up and see the full description of what's going on with that case. We have a search result display of 266 cases based on the search that we placed in the search bar at the top. You can see the first two of these. One has a green thumbs up indicating that it is still good law. I'll open that case up and we will see that there are 13 cases that have cited this, and of those 13, nothing has happened that challenged the validity of that case. On the next case, however, you can see there's a red thumbs down, and I'll open that one up, and you can see here that this case was criticized. But not only was it criticized, it was questioned at one point and overruled at one point. And so clearly it would not be a good case to cite. So that is, and any time you want to open up one of these cases, you can just do that. And I can actually go right down through the case here and see there is Osmond v. State, and you can see that it is highlighted in red as your search term. That's the search by which we ended up at this case. And so you can go through there and look at the context in which it was overruled. Now, if you look at on the right-hand side of the screen, you will see that it tells you how many times this case has been cited in its subsequent history, and clicking on this graph, it will also tell you when it was cited, in what year, how many times in each year. And so you can go through there and see that part of the history of the case as well. The CaseCheck Plus service from CaseMaker is a very important part of legal research. It gives you the ability to know that your cases are still good law as you're citing them and providing them to the court. The CaseCheck Plus service, though, is an additional subscription fee, and you can subscribe to that through the bar website. Underneath the area where you log on, there is a subscription add-on feature button that you can click, and from there you can subscribe to CaseCheck Plus and to other features that are available on CaseMaker. So I highly recommend that you consider CaseCheck Plus. It's a very important part of legal research. Another important feature of CaseMaker is the ability to upload a brief into our system, our service called CiteCheck, and we will parse out the legal citations within that brief and run them through CaseCheck Plus. This is the CiteCheck page. You'll find a link to this page on the BAR website in the upsell or add-on services. And all you do is click on the Browse button. You scan through your computer to find the location of the brief, and then we can accept Word documents, text files, and searchable PDFs. We can also accept WordPerfect documents. Then you simply submit, and it takes about 30 to 90 seconds to process the brief. That means what we're doing is going through that brief and pulling out all the legal citations and then running them through our CaseCheck Plus system. Now, the message comes back and says, your report is ready. It's been successfully processed. At this point, you can put in a credit card number, and you have to fill out the form. I will fill this out right here. And then once you have submitted your credit card information, the charge for this process is $10, and you will be presented with a report that shows you all of the cases that were cited in your brief and an indicator next to them, a green check mark here or a red X indicating, again, challenged or okay. And if you find that your case has been challenged and you want to look at that, the case cited by you in the brief was, in this instance, 211 Calap 3rd, and it was criticized in this subsequent case, we can simply click on that and we'll receive a full text report on that case, the full text of that case. Once again, you can download this report, you can print it, or you can email it to somebody. Some people who have reviewed this product have noted that for $10, it's a pretty good price to pay for having all of the sites checked at one time. We can accept a brief up to 50 pages and including 100 sites, so $10 is a pretty good price for that. And people have noted that not only would I run my own brief through this before I hand it in, but when I get a brief from opposing counsel, I would run their brief through it as well for $10 to make sure that all of their cases are good. And if I find one case that has been challenged in any way, I can use that in my reply brief, and that will be a very powerful asset. So that is how SiteCheck works. It's a very useful service, and we hope that you'll take full advantage of it. Thank you.